in your own standpoint, what would you say are your expectations for a player in your position or the goals this year to build off, obviously a great off season, but keep the mentality strong to pull it off?
Yeah, I think rebuild is definitely not a word that's going to be used with us. That's just not what we want. As a senior and some of the other guys on this team, that's not what we're seeking out. And I know we can accomplish a lot more than that. So we're going to attack every game, just like we've been doing this summer in the weight room. We attack everything we do, and from week to week, I think we're going to keep getting better.
Your body the last few years has kind of taken a beating. When you look at the things you've done differently with nutrition and the strength and conditioning, can some of that maybe help you as you go into this last year?
Yeah, definitely. I think part of the problems that I've had the last couple of years are just that my body maybe wasn't ready to play linebacker in the Big Ten, and being a safety, skinny 205 when I came in here to being, the 245 that I am now, it's a lot different, and I feel good. I probably haven't felt this good ever, really. I'm strong, and Coach Duvall has done a good job of getting me back to where I need to be, and then our training staff as well. So I feel really good.
Are you playing that same side as Breon Dixon, or what type of outside linebacker?
Yeah, the coaches really haven't told us much about that yet. I think both sides are pretty interchangeable, unless they decide that one of us needs to play one or the other, So it really could be any combination of backers out there, which is nice. If you can be pretty multiple, if you can put different guys on each side. So, and we got a lot of different guys that can do good things. We each do something well, and we have a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences in the things that we can do. So we're pretty comfortable with the guys we got in our room.
The first time you guys put on the pads, what do you expect is going to happen?
It's going to be a lot of pads popping, that's for sure. There's a lot of guys. In the summer, you're all pinned up and doing 7-on-7 with no pads on, and someone comes across the middle and you act like you hit them. But everyone likes to talk trash about that and say what would have happened. But now the pads are on, and we'll really see. So for the young guys getting the pads on, and us older guys, it's nice to be able to show how it really is. Some of the young guys haven't experienced it yet. They'll be fine. They'll be good, but it's different when you put them on. That's for sure.
Have you guys talked about what practice is going to be like, whether there's any major changes or any different approaches compared to all the conditioning and the work you guys did during the off season?
Yeah, everything we did this summer was to prepare us for what we were going to do this fall, and I think everyone else except for me and a few other guys that were out this spring kind of experienced what practice was like, so everyone kind of has an expectation for how it will be ran and all that. So from what I've heard, I need to be ready for the warm-up because that might be the worst part. So I've been getting ready for that, and we're excited. We're ready to roll.
Are you guys excited about the morning schedule for the fall?
Yeah, I know I am personally. I think a lot of the other guys are too. It'll be good to get our stuff done and be able to focus on some other things. It's nice to have a little bit of a life, but we'll be able to come back in the afternoon, obviously. But it is nice to be able to do that stuff in the morning.
Kind of a follow-up to what Tanner was saying. I don't know if you heard all of it, but the part where he said you felt like you guys just needed direction, at the right direction, because guys are eager to work. I guess kind of just expounding on that. How did you see it?
Yeah. Honestly, I thought that Tanner was exactly spot on with that, but and then I think overall there's just a lot of trust that needed to be gained back. I think there's a lot of things that were going wrong last year, obviously, but a lot of guys were second-guessing the things that we were doing, and I don't think there was a whole lot of trust between us and the coaching staff. And so I think when Coach Frost came and Coach Duvall and the rest of the staff, that was the first thing we started doing, was building that trust back up again. And through the summer with Coach Duvall, we've really solidified that. And so I think that's really changed the outlook on our team and the way that guys work and go about everything that we do. So it's been really positive.
Yeah. Everyone's always high on the strength coach this time of the year.
Right.
The last 5 years you guys have talked about it. What's been different about Duvall? Why has it been different for you guys with him in the weight room?
Yeah, I think Coach Duvall brings a whole new level of intensity, but he just pushes us much more than we've ever been pushed. I think in the past we've been able to kind of slack if we wanted to, and this is nothing against the past staff, but if you didn't want to do a weight, you didn't have to do a weight. But with Coach Duvall, he's going to put it on there, and you're either gonna get it or you're gonna fail, and that's the way it should be. You don't have a choice. That's the only way you're gonna get to where you want to be. And Farmer squatting 765, he never would have got there if he didn't put on 600 when he was only squatting 500 last year. You know, it's one of those things you kind of don't know you can do it until you do it, and for guys like Farmer and a lot of other guys, it's really paid off.
Anything else for Luke? Luke, there was a lot of excitement when Scott first got here back in December. Do you feel like any of that excitement has maybe waned over the last, throughout spring or throughout summer? And if so, was there anybody in the weight room or in practice sessions that was trying to keep the intensity up?
No, you know, it's only gone up, honestly. When we got back this summer, it was go time, and I think a lot of people were so happy with the way that spring ball went and how much different everything had gone. It just gave everybody energy. And so this summer was, I mean, obviously you have a bad day here and there, but we strung together a lot of good days, and it was encouraging to see, and I think everybody was really encouraged by the way we did things this summer.
Being a Lincoln guy, around here, and you've seen fan reaction to the season, whatever. What's been the difference this year? I'm sure you hear it all the time. Has it just been crazy in terms of what you hear personally?
Yeah, you know, for me, I expect it. Growing up here, I know what it's like, and a lot of the stuff the last few years is we've been deserving of what's been going on. You know, this is Nebraska. It's not supposed to be like that, and with Coach Frost here, the expectations are right. That's the way it's supposed to be, and I think this thing's going to get rolling, and it's going to get there.
Does that help you? I mean, when you were in junior high and high school and you watched Nebraska, did you like get ticked off like when they?
Oh yeah, I was just as bad as everybody else. You know, tweeting. If I would have had Twitter then, I would have had to delete a lot of tweets. So I was one of them. You know, I understand it.